The money was supposed to be the story. Scottie Scheffler, the world number one, the most dominant player of his generation, just crossed a threshold that no golfer has ever reached before. 110 million in career earnings. A staggering number, a record that will stand for years. But then Cameron Young happened. At Trump Doral, in the final round of the most controversial tournament of the season, a player who has never won on the PGA Tour did something that left the golf world speechless. He did not just beat the field. He did not just beat Scheffler. He stole the show. He rewrote the narrative. He reminded everyone that in golf, money does not buy everything. The golf world has exploded. Scottie Scheffler made history. But Cameron Young stole the spotlight. What happened at Doral? And why is everyone talking about Cameron Young? The answers will shock you. For more coverage in golf, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The numbers are almost impossible to comprehend. Scottie Scheffler has now earned over 110 million in official PGA Tour prize money. That is more than Tiger Woods, more than Phil Mickelson, more than anyone in the history of the sport, and Heisenley 29 years old. The milestone was reached during the final round of the Trump Doral tournament, a signature event with a 110 million in office IAL PGA Tour prize money. That is more than Tiger Woods, more than Phil Mickelson, more than anyone in the history of the sport. And Heisenley 29 years old. The milestone was reached during the final round of the Trump Doral tournament, a signature event with a 20 million purse. Scheffler did not win the tournament, but his finish was high enough to push his career earnings past the historic mark. The golf world paused to acknowledge the achievement. Social media was flooded with congratulations. Fellow players sent messages. The PGA Tour released a statement. Scheffler himself was characteristically humble. "It's a nice number," he said after the round. "But I don't play for the money. I play to win. The money is just a byproduct." That is classic Scheffler. He has always been uncomfortable with the attention. He does not seek the spotlight. He just wants to play golf, but the spotlight found him anyway. 110 million is not just a number. It is a symbol. It represents the explosion of wealth in professional golf. When Tiger Woods turned professional in 1996, the entire PGA Tour prize fund was less than 110 million is not just a number. It is a symbol. It represents the explosion of wealth in professional golf. When Tiger Woods turned professional in 1996, the entire PGA Tour prize fund was less than 70 million. Now, one player has earned more than that in a single career. The game has changed. The money has ballooned. And Scottie Scheffler is the biggest beneficiary. Yet even as the golf world celebrated Scheffler's achievement, something else was happening on the course. Something unexpected. Something dramatic. A player who has been knocking on the door of greatness for years finally kicked it down. Cameron Young, the 28-year-old who has finished second more times than anyone can count, played the round of his life. He shot a 63. He birdied 6 of his last 8 holes. He came from 6 shots behind to win the tournament. The victory was Young's first on the PGA Tour. It had been a long time coming. He had finished second 8 times. He had lost in playoffs. He had held leads on Sunday and watched them slip away. He was labeled as the best player without a win. That label is now gone. And the way he won could not have been more dramatic. Young did not just beat the field. He beat Scottie Scheffler on a day when Scheffler was playing well. He beat the world number one head-to-head. He made putts from everywhere. He drove the big ball miles. He looked like a player who had been waiting for this moment his entire life. The crowd at Doral, which had been buzzing about Scheffler's money all day, turned its attention to Young. They cheered every shot. They chanted his name. They witnessed something special. After the round, Young was asked about the victory. "It's been a long time coming," he said. "I knew I could do it. I just had to believe." Scheffler was gracious. "Cameron played incredible. He deserved to win. I'm happy for him." To understand why Cameron Young's victory at Doral has caused such an explosion, you have to understand his journey. Young turned professional in 2019. He was a decorated amateur. He had won the ACC Player of the Year award. He was expected to succeed quickly, but the PGA Tour is unforgiving. It eats up talented players and spits them out. Young struggled. He missed cuts. He lost his card. He had to go back to the Korn Ferry Tour. He fought his way back. He earned his PGA Tour card again, and then he started knocking on the door. In 2022, He finished second at the Open Championship. He lost to Cameron Smith by 1 shot. In 2023, he finished second at the PGA Championship. He lost to Brooks Koepka in a playoff. In 2024, he finished second 3 times. Each loss was heartbreaking. Each loss made the next one harder. The golf world began to wonder if Young would ever win. The label, best without a win, hung over him like a cloud. He was asked about it constantly. He handled the questions with grace. "I know it will happen," he would say. "I just have to keep putting myself in position." But inside, the doubt was growing. Could he close? Did he have what it takes? He started to question himself. The breakthrough came at Trump Doral. Young entered the final round 6 shots behind the leader. No one gave him a chance. The betting odds had him at 51. But Young did not care. He played with freedom. He played with joy. He played like a man who had nothing to lose. The turning point came on the 11th hole. Young holed a 40-foot putt for birdie. The crowd erupted. He pumped his fist. It was the first time he had shown emotion all day. From that moment on, he was unstoppable. He birdied 13, 14, 16, 17, and 18. He shot a back 9-29. The field could not keep up. Scheffler, who had been cruising, suddenly found himself in a battle. He made a bogey on 16. He could not recover. When Young tapped in on 18, the celebration began. His caddy hugged him. His girlfriend ran onto the green. He cried. The crowd cheered. It was a moment that reminded everyone why sports matter. It was not about the money. It was about the struggle. It was about the triumph. Scheffler's $110 million milestone was impressive, but it was not emotional. It was a number on a spreadsheet. Young's victory was emotional. It was a story of perseverance. It was a reminder that in golf, the journey matters as much as the destination. The golf world exploded not because of the money, but because of the magic. The reaction to Cameron Young's victory has been overwhelming. The golf world has fallen in love with him all over again. Fans who had given up on him are now celebrating. Players who had wondered if he would ever win are now congratulating him. The media is telling his story. It is a feel-good moment in a sport that has had too few of them lately. Let us start with the fans. Social media is flooded with messages of support. "I have been waiting for this for years," one fan wrote. "Cameron Young is finally a winner." Another fan wrote, "This is why I love golf. You never know when someone is going to break through." The hashtag #CamYoungWinner trended for hours. Fans posted videos of his final round. They analyzed every shot. They celebrated every putt. The players have been equally supportive. Scottie Scheffler, who finished second, was asked about Young's victory. "He deserved it," Scheffler said. "He has been close so many times. He never gave up. That's the mark of a champion." Rory McIlroy tweeted, "So happy for Cam. First of many." Justin Thomas posted, "Long time coming. Let's go, Cam." The support from his peers meant a lot to Young. He has always been well-liked in the locker room. He is humble. He is hard-working. He is respected. The media has been in overdrive. Every golf outlet has published a story about Young's victory. Every podcast has dedicated an episode to his journey. Every television show has played highlights of his final round. The consensus is that this victory is special. It is not just another tournament win. It is a breakthrough. It is a turning point. Young's victory also has implications for the broader golf landscape. He is now a winner. He is now a player who knows how to close. That changes how other players view him. That changes how sponsors view him. That changes how he views himself. He will never be the same. The monkey is off his back, but the victory also raises questions. Can Young build on this? Can he become a consistent winner? Can he win a major? The golf world is eager to find out. Young has the talent. He has the game. He has the mental toughness. The only thing missing was belief. Now he has that too. The $110 million milestone for Scottie Scheffler was impressive, but it was expected. He is the world #1. He wins all the time. He is supposed to make history. Cameron Young's victory was unexpected. It was surprising. It was magical. That is why the golf world exploded. That is why everyone is talking about Cameron Young. Let us take a closer look at what Cameron Young's victory means for his career. 8 runner-up finishes, 0 wins. That is a heavy burden for any player. The longer it goes, the heavier it gets. Young never complained. He never made excuses. He just kept working. But inside, the doubt was growing. He admitted as much after the victory. "There were times when I wondered if it would ever happen," he said. "But I never stopped believing. The victory at Doral changes everything." First, it qualifies him for the Masters. Young had never played at Augusta National. Now he will. He will walk those hallowed fairways for the first time as a PGA Tour winner. That is a special feeling. That is a dream come true. He will not be just another player, he will be a champion. Second, it qualifies him for the PGA Championship and the Open Championship. He was already likely to get into those events based on his world ranking, but now it is guaranteed. He can plan his schedule, he can prepare properly, he can focus on peaking for the majors. Third, it changes how other players view him. Young was always respected. He was always seen as a dangerous opponent. But there is a difference between being respected and being feared. Now, he will be feared. Other players know that he can close. They know that he will not fold under pressure. That changes the dynamic on the course. Young will get less respect and more fear. That is a good thing. Fourth, it changes how sponsors view him. Young has endorsement deals, but they are not at the level of Scheffler or McIlroy. That will change. Winning attracts attention. Attention attracts money. Young will have opportunities he never had before. He can be selective. He can wait for the right offers. He is now a marketable commodity. Fifth, it changes how Young views himself. Confidence is a funny thing. It cannot be bought. It cannot be taught. It must be earned. Young earned his confidence at Doral. He proved to himself that he could do it. That belief will carry him through the rest of his career. He will never doubt himself again. The victory also has implications for Scottie Scheffler. He did not win. He did not add to his legend. But he handled the defeat with grace. He congratulated Young. He did not make excuses. He did not complain about the course. He simply tipped his cap and moved on. That is why he is the world #1. He understands that you cannot win every week. You have to accept defeat and move forward. Scheffler's 110 million milestone is a testament to his consistency. He does not win every tournament, but he finishes high in almost every tournament. That is show you earn 110 million milestone is a testament to his consistency. He does not win every tournament, but he finishes high in almost every tournament. That is show you earn 110 million. That is how you become the best in the world. He is not flashy. He is reliable. He is inevitable. So where do Scottie Scheffler and Cameron Young go from here? The Doral tournament is over. The celebrations have ended. The headlines have faded. But the impact will last. Both players are at different stages of their careers. Both have different goals. Both are chasing greatness. Scheffler is the established superstar. He is the world #1. He has 5 majors. He has 110 million. He has nothing left to prove. But he is not satisfied. He wants more. He wants to catch Tiger Woods. He wants to win 10 majors. He wants to be remembered as the greatest of all time. That is a long shot. But Scheffler has never been afraid of long shots. Young is the emerging star. He has 1 win. He has no majors. He has a fraction of Scheffler's earnings. But he has momentum. He has belief. He has the talent to compete with anyone. The question is whether he can sustain it. 1 win does not make a career. He needs to keep winning. He needs to prove that Doral was not a fluke. The schedule ahead is challenging. The majors are coming. The pressure will be intense. Young will be tested. He will face the best players in the world. He will face courses that do not suit his game. He will face adversity. How he responds will define his career. Scheffler will also be tested. He is the hunted now. Everyone wants to beat him. Everyone wants to take his crown. He will have to raise his game. He will have to find another level. That is the challenge of being the best. You cannot rest. You cannot coast. You must keep improving. The golf world will be watching. Fans will tune in to see if Young can win again. They will tune in to see if Scheffler can continue his dominance. The storylines are compelling. The drama is real. The sport is healthy. Scottie Scheffler hit 110 million. That is a remarkable achievement. It will be remembered. But Cameron Young stole the show. His victory will be remembered longer Because it was not about money. It was about heart. It was about perseverance. It was about a young man who never gave up on his dream. The golf world exploded at Doral, not because of the money, because of the magic, because of a boy from New York who finally became a man, because of a champion who refused to quit. That is the story. That is why we watch. That is why we love this game. For more coverage in golf, subscribe and hit the notification bell.